Right, you're not seeing me at the moment, but you are seeing an Epiphone 339 guitar on the jig, ready for a fret level. Belongs to Phil Riley, I think it is, a lad I did some work on before, and because he ain't got a lot of money, I said to him, this needs a fret level, but he couldn't afford it at the time, and I says, well, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll charge you for your setup, which I did, which you paid for. I says, but when you come in at fret level, I'll knock the price of the setup off, which I've done. So I'm doing this a real big favour, because I'm not charging him the extra setup fee what would have been on top. It should be 85 quid for a fret level, 25 for a complete setup with that, would have made 110 quid. So he's got it all for 85 quid staggered over a period of time. So that's that, I'm going to crack on with that. There's another guitar of his, an old Yamaha, that needed refretting because the frets had had it. And I says, look, it's going to cost you more to do a refret than it is, than the guitar's probably worth. Now I was actually wrong, the guitar's actually worth quite a bit because it's an old compass model, so it would have been a few hundred quid in its day. Anyway, I said what I'll do is, because I've never done one of these before, I'll do the refret for nothing because you skin, because I've not done an acoustic like this. So I said I'll do it for no, as long as you pay for the fret wire, blah 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 blah, and chuck a drink in, which is doing. So I've done that. Anyway, when it comes to doing the frets, I could not get the frets in. The wood, the fretboard is so hard. So what I've had to do is, I've soaked that in mineral oil. Over a period of weeks, it's had 2 good soakings of mineral oil, it's soaked right into the slots. It'll now take fret wire, but it won't take the soft stuff. So I'm going with 18% nickel silver, and I'm going with quite a big size for an acoustic. I'm going with a jumbo, but the thing with that is, it's going to play great and it's going to last 20 years. Them frets easy, if not more. So he's getting that for a token gesture price, just for an hour's. I'm charging him an hour's work on that, and fret level on that. So it's a good 12 hours work in there for me. So without further ado, I'm going to crack on with it, and I'll come back with an update once they're done. Right, quick update on Phil Riley's 2 guitars. This is the one that I had to refret. I struggled with this one, this Yamaha, because the fretboard, the wood on the fretboard, the rosewood was that hard. I've had to soak it over 4 weeks with 2 lots of mineral oil, get it right into the fret slots. I've had to recut the fret slots, make them a tiny bit wider, but that's actually done now. I've fretted it, I've refretted it, should I say. I've crowned the frets, I've beveled the edges, I've filed the edges as well. Absolutely beautiful. I've crowned all the frets, we're all level and crowned, we're just waiting now to be polished. I've been on these 2 guitars since 7 o'clock this morning. That one's ready for polishing, which I'm going to do shortly. Then we go to the 339, the Epiphone 339. This is actually finished. I've just finished polishing this. The frets are absolutely wonderful. You don't see it there because I've still got the tape on there. I'm going to remove the tape shortly. The thing is, I'm losing my light. It's what time is it? It's getting on for 9 o'clock. So I'm losing my light. So what I'm going to do is, I just wanted to show you the guitars. That one's done. All I've got to do is take the tape off there, give it a wipe down, get some strings on there, get it set up, and that one's done. And this one, like I say, just got to do the polishing of the frets, and that'll be an easy one to finish. So I'm going to crack on with them, and I'll come back tomorrow with a proper update when the light's better and I've got some strings on the guitars. Back soon. Right, good morning. Wednesday morning. It's about 7:30. It's the most beautiful of days. Praise the Lord for that. Look how great it is. I didn't get out of this workshop till about midnight last night, and there's a reason for that. The 2 guitars belonging to Phil Riley. One is a 339. This came in. It needed a complete fret level. So it's add a complete fret level, re-crown, fret polish. Absolutely stunning. Now that'll play. Some good pickups in this. It'll be like a Gibson. Beautiful guitar. He said he fell out of love with this. He's not been playing it. Maybe it's because of frets. He had 9 high frets on there, and this is a new guitar. 9 high frets. They were on it. There were 19 positions that were high, and what by positions I mean, this it's a 21 fret affair. There are 3 positions on a fret. You've got the centre and you've got either side, so you've got 3 positions per fret, and there were 19 high positions. So rather, you don't do them individually, because if you take one out and take some off one, It's going to alter the ones around the side. So I levelled the whole lot, done the whole lot. Absolutely wonderful job, as good as anything I've ever done before. I love doing, it's what I specialise in, frets, necks and frets. What an amazing piece of work that is. So that's that one done. I also did, he bought to me, when he first bought his guitars, he bought an old Yamaha. It's a, I'm going to bring it over. It's a Compass series, Yamaha Compass series. Now I found out recently that these in the day were quite a well-renowned guitar. They were a lot of money. I didn't know that. Anyway, so the frets had it, and I says, is it worth getting a refret done? He couldn't afford it anyway. So what I did was, so I'll do your refret for an hour. Pay me an hour, I'll do your refret, because I've not done an acoustic with binding on like it's got binding on now. The thing is, the frets would not go into the wood, no matter what. This has been sat in a garage or somewhere for 30 odd years, 25, 30 years. I could not get the frets in. I bought some fret wires, so 12% stuff. I started hammering it in. It knackered the fret wire. The wood would not take it. So what I had to do is, I had to douse, not so much douse the whole area in mineral oil, but I had to get some mineral oil into the fret slots. And that's what I did. And I soaked it. And I soaked it for about a week. Then I did it again. I did it first stood that way, and again stood that way. I did it over a time period of about 4 or 5 weeks. I got a load of mineral oil in there, basically lemon oil, and I sawed through the binding, as you can see, to make it take the frets. And rather than use weedy frets, I've got to use 18% nickel silver, which is harder fret wire than standard. Standard is 12%. This is 18%. But I've got to use jumbo stuff for stuff I always use. 2.7mm wide by 1.1mm high. So it's quite, it's wide, low. Not low, wide, medium. So it's medium wide. I use this for a lot. It's almost getting up to jumbo size. I use it a lot. So I thought I'll stick it on this acoustic. And what an absolute beautiful job that is. Took a lot of work. I did yesterday. I was in the workshop yesterday morning at 5:30 in the morning. I started working on guitars around about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I finished after midnight last night. So that's a shift, isn't it? It was 17 hours, 19 hours I spent, no not 19. Yeah, I spent 19 hours in the workshop. I started working, I did about 17 hours work on and off through the day. So to do, I've done a complete refret and a complete fret level in a day. Now that's some doing, because you wouldn't do a refret in a shift. You would get a fret level done in a shift, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, but not a refret as well. So I've done the both, and I haven't rushed them because I don't rush my work. I take pride in my work, and I had a really good day at it. And with these light mornings like this, if I'm awake at 5:30, I'm getting up and I'm getting straight in my guitar room, in my workshop here, and I'm going to blob on. You know, and if I get tired in the afternoon, I'll go down and nap in the afternoon. It never happens, because once I start getting into work, and once I've started, that's it, I'm on it. So there you go. Yamaha Compass series, the model, if you want to look it up, it's a Yamaha CSX-5S /CS guitar. Don't know if you can see in there. Can you see? Who knows? There you go. Pause that and have a look. A couple of knocks here and there. Don't worry about that. But it's going to play. I've got to clean the neck up. All the residue of the tape still on the back there. I'm going to put a new nut on it. I'm going to alter the saddle, lower it down a bit, get a nice action on there. I told him when he first bought this, I says, is it worth paying 150 quid for a refret on that? Is the guitar worth that? Why don't you just sell the body as it is for 50 odd quid? Anyway, I decided later on, knowing he's not, you know, he's not got a lot of money to throw about on his guitars, and I could tell that he loves playing in his band, Phil. So I said, bring it back round. I'll do it for a token gesture payment. So you pay me an hour's work, pay for a fretboard, pay for the fret wire, should I say, and I'll do the guitar for you. And there you go. So that's it. 2 guitars belong to Phil Riley. His band are called, I think they're called 10 O'Clock Horses. Check them out. Might like them. Bit of punk folk type music there. But anyway, he's got acoustics played there. How great's that? I'm going to get it all built back up, get some strings on it, get a nut on it, get a saddle on it. Same with this one, get it all built back up, get it tuned in, blah 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 blah. I shall come back. I've probably given you too much information here. All this information was supposed to go on the last part of the video. But that's me. Just woke up, I've just had a coffee. I'm going to get that. We don't drink rubbish coffee, me and our missus. We have we got a stove top pot with a big water cylinder at the bottom and a steam thing in the middle with a filter, and all steams up and some magic happens and it all appears in the top half of a jug, and it's brilliant. And it's like drinking 8 shots of coffee in one go. So once you get your coffee rush kicking, I love it. Takes you back. Ooh, it does take you back. And I can be having a coffee rush for an hour, and it's brilliant. I love it. So there you go. I'm going to crack on with these. We'll stop waffling. Beautiful day. Got to get some work done. I'll be back shortly with an update. And so here we are. Got both guitars back together. I've played them both. They both play absolutely beautiful. Epiphone ES-339. What a great looking guitar that is. Put strings back on. Done the action, set it up proper. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice guitar. What would I do different to this? Well, I would probably change the pickups, and I'd certainly change the nut. Cheap crap plastic nut, cut a bit low on the high end, but you get away with it. Really cheap nasty plastic. Apart from that, the guitar's absolutely fine. The pickups are even okay. Don't sound too bad, but I play high gain, so they won't sound too bad. So what's this I've done? Well, he bought it to me for a setup a few months ago, and I said he wants a fret level, but he couldn't afford it at the time, which is fair enough. So I'll tell you what I'll do. Bring it when you've got some money. I'll do your fret level, which is 85 quid, but I'll knock the price you've paid me for the setup off. Which basically I've done him an half price fret level. Spent a good 6 hours on this yesterday, complete fret level, absolutely beautiful. Guitar now plays great, it's ready to go, it's all done. He's got a cut price deal on there. Really, really nice guitar. It's got Grover Deluxe tuners on there. It'll be a made in China, I'm sure it's a made in China guitar. It looks great. I definitely wouldn't change the tuners. It's a glued in neck. The pickups seem okay. It's probably a 57 and a hot CH in there. Epiphone ones. Really, really not bad pickups. Hardware's hardware. People say, oh, now you want Tempros on there. What difference does it make really? It's not. It's hardly tin pot metal, is it? So yeah, very, very nice guitar. All ready to go. And the other one I tied in with it, the Yamaha. Well, what can I tell you about this? Look at it. It's an absolute beauty now. And a complete refret. Like I say, I explained all in the last part of the video. Couldn't get the frets out. I couldn't get the frets in. I mean, my new one. The wood was that hard because it'd been stored for so long and dried out. I had to soak some mineral oil in these fret slots over a period of about 5-6 weeks, twice, basically saturating the whole fingerboard. So the wood's definitely moist now. It's been treated. I've strung it up with some PVs I had knocking about, a 5212 set or 1252 set. What would I do to this if it were my guitar? The nut could be cut a little bit lower, and we could get the action a bit lower by shaving some off the bottom of the saddle. But the thing is, it's a non-paying job. He had 2 of these missing. I had a pack of 6, so I've stuck 2 of my own in there with the bridge pins. So absolutely fine. I don't know if the EQ or anything works, but I know it must be pulling something out because I had it in my guitar tuner and it was absolutely fine. Sounds really, really big. I've got a Yamaha guitar myself, I've got an FG720 series I play at church. This sounds really, really nice. So there you go, another one done. Old guitar, Compass series, probably worth 400, 500, 600 quid in its day. I don't know when that day was, 30 odd year ago. An expensive guitar in its day, all done, brought back to life. And I've done it for nothing really. I bought the fret wire and set strings, say 15 quid for fret wire and strings, so I've done it for 25 quid. So there you go, it's going to be really pleased when he gets that back. And that's M2 done, another 2 out of the way. I had a good day and a half on Mampere. Like I say, this one had a complete refret. After the refret you do the fret level, when you do the recrown then you do the polish. So that's a good 8-10 hours on there. I did 17 hours in the workshop yesterday and I've done 2 or 3 hours this morning. So it said almost 20 hours this pair of guitars, but it wasn't all work. I mean, there's stuff I do in the meantime, take the dog out and nip out and all this and that. So probably in about 14-15 hours these two guitars. Both ready to ship. I'm going to let the owner know they're ready, and I'm going to move on to, I've already got a project on the go. I've got a 73 Mustang being refretted. I've got a stack of guitars behind me in this corner to be going on with, so I'm going to crack on with it. So that's these two done, wrapped up out of the way. I'll let Phil know he can come and collect them. And you lot, until the next time, be good to each other, and I'll talk to you soon.